Welcome back to Trading 360. It's time for a 360 round. We're looking at the recent tech sector weakness that we've been seeing, and folks are getting nervous. People are calling, saying, what do I do? What do I do with the Mag 7, the triple Qs? Well, Beth Kindig is here, CEO, lead tech analyst, IO Fund, and Tyler Herriage, partner, vertical research advisory. Thank you both for being with us. Tyler, some of your thoughts on the recent decline. And, you know, I've had guests who said, hold on another month or wait to see the trends. What are you saying here?
Hi, Nicole, and thank you for having me on here today. I've got to say, I agree with your previous guest very much that we are witnessing right now what we think is a counter trend move within an otherwise bull market here. And we've compared this period here to the 1995 to 2000 dot-com melt up. Now, these sell-offs and pullbacks never feel good. But during that time frame, when the NASDAQ rallied 580%, we saw 5 pullbacks of 10% plus, including a technical bear market of 33% during that time frame. Each one of those proved to be an excellent buying opportunity. Now, in the short term, bottoms are messy, no doubt about it. But we think this is a fantastic opportunity here, once again, to potentially buy the dip.
And what kind of names are you watching here, Tyler, when you want to buy the dip?
Absolutely. So we are big fans of Tesla. We also like the semiconductors a lot. Now, again, here, bottoms are messy, especially it's been hard for the semis, which are now down, roughly 20% from their January highs and 24% from their all-time highs of last year. But we continue to like the semis a lot here over the medium to long term. And in the short term, what we would like to see is to get back to leadership from the semis to kind of solidify that the bottom is in.
You're right. And there were days that we used to get up and we would look at the semiconductor index, and that's how the market went, right? So there's some times that you really see that correlation. Beth, some of your thoughts here as sentiment has weakened, but many folks still love and are dedicated to the Mag 7. What say you?
Hey, it's great to see you again, Nicole. Similar to your other guest, I believe this is a buying opportunity. We had put out a note actually a few days before Nvidia's earnings that digested other earnings reports in the supply chain. As you know, my firm was very, very early to Nvidia in 2018, the AI story. We follow the semiconductor industry extremely closely. And they were giving muted Q1, which is not what the original expectation was. The original expectation was that Blackwell would ship in volume. We all know that although we call it the Magnificent Seven, it's really the Magnificent One. It is Nvidia. Over the past 2 years, Nvidia is up 900%. The rest of the Mag 7 minus Meta is up about 100%. It's really the Magnificent One, which is why when you see this pause in the volume shipping of their biggest GPU yet, these systems that will combine 72 GPUs or 36 GPUs. What I'm trying to explain here is that NVIDIA's slight delay is causing a shockwave across other semiconductors. Once that delay is behind us, we will see SMH, we will see the semiconductor industry, and of course, NVIDIA and its suppliers resume leadership again.
So, as I read a headline that says Nvidia's stock has been brutalized and it's down 30% off its highs at 109, is this a buy, or when do you step in if it's fundamentally is the leader, and as you noted, up 900%? When should folks, they shouldn't be nervous, I guess you're saying. When should they be buying, Beth?
For a medium-term hold, which I would define as 2 to 3 years, there's no reason not to buy NVIDIA at these extremely low valuations. If you go and look at NVIDIA's valuation, it is low because there is immense growth and there is immense earnings power. You take a stock like Palantir, which got way over its heels because there wasn't nearly the top line growth or the earnings power. We're talking an operating margin in the 15% range versus the AI juggernaut with 60% profit margin. That means the valuation is just simply staying extremely low every time you see NVIDIA report and beat. Right now is a great time to buy. If it goes down to 90, that's an even better time to buy. And yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to run out of time because I also just wanted to touch on Marvell and Palantir, and I have maybe 45 seconds left here, Tyler. Those are some of the names that have been beaten down. Your thoughts on some of the other wild ride names?
Absolutely. And along with, like we talked about earlier, Tesla, that's been a wild ride as well. Specifically for Palantir, I agree that it came a long way. It's still, even with this pullback, up 200% in the last year. So long-term Palantir investors are fans here. But we look for a similar move in Tesla over the long term. We liked it just a month ago when it was in the $400 range. We like it even more here.
Beth Kindig, Tyler Herriage, thank you both very much. Great to see you both.